all tonight. It's really good to be back. I remember sitting in chapel and seeing people up here, and I never thought that God would bring me back to this place. So it's really good to be here and to see you all. So without further delay, let's just have something really quick for you guys. And we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and start in Luke 10, 38. And I'm just going to go ahead and read it. You guys can just follow along if you want. And it says, "Now it came to pass, as they went, that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him and asked him to come into her home. She had a sister named Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was distracted about much serving and preparation, and came to him and said, 'Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her, therefore, that she help me.' And Jesus answered and said unto her, 'Martha, Martha, you are careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that thing, that good thing which shall not be taken away from her.'" And so Aaron had asked me what was the topic for tonight. I really didn't think about a topic, but if I had to, it would be to be present in the moment and now. And it's really funny because when I was reading this, it was like, wow, Martha is the one that invited Jesus into her home and asked him to come. Yet when he came, she completely left him to Mary and was distracted, making preparations and things like that. And so I'm like, well, why would you ask Jesus to come, and you're not even going to pay him any attention, no mind. And so I just thought that was interesting. And it said that she was distracted. She was distracted with preparations. And when you think about preparations, that means you're preparing for something. You're thinking about next, right? Mm-hmm. However, she was so distracted with the future and what's next and what's to come. And, she wasn't present in the moment. And she missed out on that intimate moment with Jesus at his feet, right? And I remember me being in college, I could not wait to graduate. It's like first we ask God, what do you want for my life? And he says, I want you to go to school. I want you to go back to school. And then we're excited, we have zeal, we go back to school, and then after, the first month or two, it's like, oh, I can't wait to graduate. I'm ready to be done. But it's like sometimes we can get so distracted with preparing for what's next and wanting, when I graduate, I'm gonna work here. When I graduate, it'll be better. When I graduate, this will be better. That'll be better. We can get so distracted with what's next that we miss out on the right now, right? And so Martha was so distracted preparing that she missed out on that moment with Jesus. And I'm like, could it be that she was so distracted preparing on something to come, not even knowing that what she was preparing for and waiting for to come had already come? And if you think about back in that time, the Jews, let's go to John, it says, though Jesus had done so many miracles for them, yet they believed not on him, that the saying of the prophet might be fulfilled, when she spake, Lord, who has believed our report, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? So even though he was doing all these miracles, the Jews didn't know and believe that it was him. They're waiting on, the Messiah to come, waiting on this moment, not even knowing that what they were waiting for was right in front of them. And so I'm like, could it be that Martha was preparing for something, for a moment, not even knowing that her moment was right in front of her? And so it just really challenged me to, even in my own life, because I have three small kids, and it's like, how many times do we say, I can't wait for my kids to grow up, I can't wait for them until they're 18, and, my husband's always like, I can't wait till they're out, But it's like, sometimes we can be so distracted with the future and in such a rush to get somewhere, and we miss out on right now. It's like, my kids are little, they need me right now in this moment. Because then when they're gone, I'm going to be missing them. Like, when are you coming back home? So it's like, they need me right now in this time, in this season, in this moment. So wherever it is that God has you in this moment, like you're in school right now, right? Whatever else you have going on in your lives, just learning how to be content and at peace in where you are right now, where God has you. The people that are around you, your family, your friends, whatever your circumstance, whatever your situation, God has you in this season for a reason, and there's something that he wants you to learn and get out of this season in your life. And it's just like Mary Mary knew that. She was sitting there at his feet like, I'm going to get exactly what I need, everything that I need in this moment. I don't know when this moment's going to come again. I don't know when I'm going to have this time again, this intimacy with Jesus, but I'm taking advantage. So I just challenge you to like take advantage of where God has you right now and try to get all that he wants to pour into you in this season. Because, you know, even right now, some of you are probably like thinking about the class after this, or like going home, going to sleep, or going out to eat. But it's like, it's a challenge. It can be hard sometimes to really be present in the moment and be like, okay, I'm here. I'm going to put all my energy, all my focus into right now and not into what's next. Because I want to see what I get and, you know, understand and really hear what God has for me right now. And then the other thing is that Martha was so busy preparing. It's like Mary was sitting at his feet. Sometimes preparation comes when you're sitting at the feet of Jesus. Like sometimes we think that preparation, we have to be doing something, we have to be somewhere with this person or that person. Sometimes God just wants to prepare you when you're in his presence at his feet. You know, and that, I mean, who else to get preparation and advice and wisdom from than Jesus himself? You know what I mean? Like, he knows everything. And so his preparation can be warning. It can be like, you know, go here, go there, or do this, or don't do that. I mean, you never know what Jesus wants to say to you that can change the rest of your life. And who knows, the one thing that Martha was preparing for, had she had sat at Jesus' feet, that moment could have been something completely different from what she had in her mind and completely better than what she was preparing for. And so it's like we ask Jesus, you know, to come in. We want you to come into our hearts. We want you to come into our life. Have your way. But then he comes in and we just like leave him and go back to doing our own thing, right? Martha's like, come Jesus, I want you to come to my house. He came and then she like left him in the living room and was doing something else. And so it's like really submitting who we are and everything in our lives to Jesus and letting him do what he desires and not having our own plans and our own, you know, our own idea of what we want, our own, I don't know what the word is, but our own agenda, right? So thank you. So yeah, I guess I just challenge you guys to really be in the moment, enjoy this time, enjoy this season. And I mean, so many times we really pray and ask God for things, and then when we get it, we're like, dang, I remember the days back when, you know? So it's like really enjoying where God has you and taking advantage of this moment and being able to sit at his feet and just glean from him and just hear what he has to say to you. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Eric.